Hey beauties, today we're doing something completely different. Well, the materials and the style is not so much different from what we do normally on this channel, but see, I have this old wine decanter, and you can see maybe here is a little bit an imprint from a company my husband used to work for, and they gifted this to him. and I have it so many years, and I always wanted to alter it to make it a vase for flowers. But the way it was, it's so hard to clean. And now what I did, I already started, and I thought I'd take you along. The last video I posted, a German video, you can see the process when I started with the bottom. So anyway, and I thought I show you guys. Just put it, put some acrylic binder, which is, I told you before, this is acrylic paint without the pigment, and it's matte. I think any matte medium would work here. And I just put old book pages to cover the glass. It's a bit tricky on the curves around here, and it will be tricky. Hold on, I just stick this down like so, and it will be tricky on this angle here. But when we have to do curves, this is what I explained in the German video, like round here, this curve, you take your piece of paper, you wet it first. If it's a thick paper, you have to put more water. If it's really thick, like postcard quality or something, then just put it in the water and then put it out and tap it a little dry so it's not soaking wet, but then it's flexible enough and the binder can grab the fiber of the paper and stick down like archival. And to do the curves, I tear here and I tear there, so that we do the curve, we can overlap these torn bits and help the paper to fit smoothly around any curves. Or if you have a curve up here, the same, like so. And I decided for the coverage here for some old book pages, but you could use anything, or your design paper, your handmade jelly prints, your stenciled paper, whatever paper that you designed yourself would be just lovely. Or else also very nice to work with is good old napkins, right? So your top layer of the napkin would be just beautiful. If you don't want to use the container or the glass bottle, whatever you have, if you don't want to use as a vase, you can also put some little LED lights inside to shine through. That's also very pretty. And once I'm finished with covering up the whole now vase, former decanter, I think I would do as an embellishment on this part here, which is the widest part. If you look at the whole decanter here is a lot of surface, which is very visible and nice to spot the embellishment. And I think I will take some dry flowers, but we could also use a little bit of stitchery, mount it on a piece of paper or soft cardboard and glue it down in the same fashion like we do now here. And that's about it. So I will go around the house and try to make some photographs of furniture that I did right the same way we doing this now here. I did like flower pots, furniture, boxes, containers. When we used to live in Austria, I even had the tiles in the kitchen. I had them completely done with images and acrylic binder. What you can also do, once you have covered everything in the paper, you can, and it's dry, you can then put another kind of varnish on top if you wanted to. You don't have to, but maybe to make it even more practical, to wipe off the dust with a damp cloth sometimes or something like this. And there you have it. So I keep going here. For everybody who is new to the channel, a warm welcome. I'm very happy that we can hang together and keep each other some beautiful company. I love that. And this channel is not the typical tutorial channel. I rather, since I'm working as a full-time artist, I just take you along whenever time allows and whenever is an occasion to show you what I'm doing here. And this is all kind of different projects we will do. So we have oil paintings, we have acrylic, we have all media. And I used to work as a potter back then when I lived in Spain, in Mallorca. So I will show you some pottery sometimes. I'm not doing the pottery any longer. I had to stop in Austria because before we came here to Istria, we lived for 11 years in Austria. And burning the pottery was so expensive there, and I had to drive a long way to go there. It was really not worth it. So just be part of this little family. Follow me on Facebook, don't forget, because on Facebook I can post photos on a daily basis, so you always know what's going on. And then a little bit later, I will post then or upload some video to the projects we're doing here. And we're having a lot of fun, and we try to be a little holistic also, and calm, to relax. And I just want to show you how much you can create your own little world, your nook, your snug, where you're safe and happy, where where perfection does not really matter. Let's spray this real quick. This is old paper, very old, so this is easy to handle. You don't have to soak it. And if you are interested, we also do stitching a lot, because this is something that opens up a whole different world. Stitching is really, really, really keeping you in the moment, and the world around us is quite crazy sometimes. Lately, maybe more than normal, or I don't know. But anyway, just create your own world, and I take you along to give you ideas and basically to inspire. I want to inspire others that they know that they can make their own world and enjoy themselves, and at the same time create something beautiful to sell, to gift, to keep yourself. And there's so many possibilities, even on a budget. So I will always take care that you don't have to go and buy so many things and spend a lot of money. There's no need. We can do so much. You will see. So just make sure you meet me on Facebook every now and then, and consider subscribing so the channel grows. It's not grown a lot in the last couple of years because when we moved from Austria to Istria, Croatia, that was like a lot. I said this before, some of you know already, but for those who are new to the channel, so basically you could say life was happening and I was not posting and I was not doing anything because it was just not possible. It was so crazy, everything. But it's better now and I'm back with the channel. But sure, I killed my algorithm on YouTube, and we're basically starting from new now. But no problem. I just enjoy you being here, and write me some comment if you feel like it. I would love to get in touch with you, and see you soon. And in the meantime, I will finish this one and you will see the photo once it's done. Okay, thank you, bye. So it's the next day today now, and the decanter is more or less done. The bottom, I signed it and put the date, and it looks like this now. So much better, feels so much better. And now even if it would fall to the floor and break, there would be no broken glass spread around, because the layer that we put on top with the acrylic binder makes everything stick together. The lamp would still be broken, but no danger, not so much danger. So now since it dried, I thought about painting it, because now would a perfect time to paint with acrylic paints, since the binder has dried and the binder itself is acrylic paint. So another layer with some color in acrylics would be totally nice. And then you could put the damp sponge or something and tap on the fresh paint to make the writing come through again, or with gesso give it like a shabby. But I don't know, I just this time I like it a lot like so. Maybe I will distress this border and let it fade out towards coming up here. Or maybe I will distress with some archival inks, like we do our journal pages and stuff. Maybe here, because I decided on a piece of lace, which I prepared. And the binder is still good from yesterday, since I put the plastic over. There's some bits and pieces in there, not supposed to be in there, but it's no problem. So, because now I have the pure binder still wet and fresh and good to use on the brush. And because sometimes if we stop the work, because we have to cook or iron or do the garden or something stupid. No, it's not stupid. It's just I prefer being in the studio, but that's me. Anyways, when you wash your brush and you come back a little later, the brush is still wet and the acrylic binder becomes too much moisture and I rather use it pure like now. And this is only the binder from overnight. And I already started. I sprayed this piece of lace with my water. I use rose water. It's because I like it. When I spray my acrylics, yeah, also sometimes. But when I spray over my watercolor paints, or if I work now like here, wherever I need spray, water spray, I use rose water. Because in the end it's not so much we need to use. And it's not the best rose water because there is very good ones. But it's I just like that. So the neck of the vase will now get this lace. And before I will also, the lace is now very soaked in the binder. A little bit of water first to open the fibers so they let in the binder better. This is when you do coffee dyeing or dyeing with some kind of teas or infusions of natural herbs and medicinal herbs and plants. If you do your dyeing of cloth, then if you wet it first, it will take the dye much better. You can try when you do your avocado dyeing to also wet the fabrics before. Then squeeze out the water and let them be just damp. That's just enough, and it will take beautifully. So now Diego is scratching on the door. He wants to come in. I asked him twice, you want to come in? No. Okay. And I told him I go in the studio now and work. He didn't want to come in. So now we just squeeze that, which is very nice because the neck fits right well in the hand. So, and now if we have too much binder, we go over with the brush. And this is now taking a long time to dry because fabrics need a lot. Look how the letters shine through the lace. That's really nice. And then I thought about things to put on the surface right around here, because this is nice and flat. It's still a little curved, but it's nice and flat. And I had my dried flowers out, which I have so much, and I might I might try to put these on the vase, but I think it must be something very fragile like this one. If you see, I put the top paper. See, this is how I store. This is from 2019. This is how I store my dried flowers and vegetable material. Because if we have squeezes here, teasers? No. Okay, then I try like this. Let's just try. I have to take care that I don't touch the lace, which is very wet. To put them like so. I don't know if this can work because it's sticking up since it's flat and dry, and it must adapt to the curve. Could be difficult, but it would definitely be beautiful. And I like this piece there. Oops. Just put this all around. Or if you have ready-made ephemera, would be nice also. something you would use as a focal point in a collage maybe, or something that you have prepared to later on put in your journal. I think they are too stiff and too difficult to put on the curved surface. Some little bits like that. So I think I could show you here endlessly. I don't know, do you see through the vellum? I hope. So all this is, I brought half Austria in form of dried flowers and leaves, and all from my garden. Great puppy here. Is this in frame? Maybe I should put like this, huh? So I made these. I took a strong paper, like 120 GSM, and with the sewing machine I sew the vellum, transparent kind of paper. You could use baking paper or whatever, and then I store them like this, so I can see. Here this is not done. This is another way of keeping them on normal sheet of paper. They are loose all the way. This is in German Gundermann. Very good. 3 leaves a day we should eat. That would change everything. So look. This is Kirsch. I have to let in Diego. Hold on a second. So Diego is here now, and all is well. So anyway, so this is more. And I have already the new ones somewhere here. I don't know where they are. They're in the press still. And I'm always doing this at the side. They are much greater for journals or collages. And I did many of those. Just sandwich some acetate. Oh, you don't see. No. Different background. Where's something here? And this is really nice. I have some more. I'll show you. So here they are. I want some white paper. Let's take some. This is the closest I can find. And they are absolutely beautiful. As a tag, as a gift tag. You could add a little written tag on it, to it, and they're just so nice. And this is in vellum paper. It's like a little shaker almost. And this one. So, and they are really beautiful. But as I said, I think on this vase that we are doing now, I first let the lace dry. I have to take care and insist a little bit because the fabric is having a life of its own, and it's coming some like bubbles, but no problem. Just put them down, and after like 20 minutes, half an hour, it depends on how warm the room is or outside, or if it's windy, then it goes quicker, the drying process here. But yeah, I thought about you could also, instead of the book pages, put some really nice design paper with like flowers or whatever, and then you could put some gemstones with glue or some jewelry parts which are flat on the back, so the whole thing would look like a big fat jewel. Like queen's crown. Anything, embroidery, anything. So I keep doing this a little more often. Here I could have cut it so it fitted the two ends together, where now it's overlapping, but I don't mind that. It will take the longest on this double layer here to dry, but no biggie. Poco a poco, little by little. So now I have this piece left, which I like a lot. And I think I will look for some embellishment which is flat, like paper or anything else, and I will embellish with more laces. So that we have, let's see what we can put. We could definitely, I found now this bird, which is very soft. It's just thin paper, and I painted a bird. It's shining through a little bit, and then I glued the napkin on top, and this could go here. It's just that I don't like the idea of a lying down bird, but just to show something out of paper. Then we could also use a tiny bit of our embroidery, also like maybe put it on a piece of lace and glue it here. This could be done easily. It would be very cute. Maybe some more around, or just do one focal point. And around here then, for more embellishment, some beads, or even the dried plant material. Could be done. That would be nice too. What else we have? Oh, we make an embroidery star out of the vase. But the form doesn't fit so well. It sits on there like a block now. It's not, it should have another shape. We could design to make the strip like this out of paper, so it fits there, and then use the same curve and write a word on a curve and embroider this in a curved form, so it would be here. Really great. What else we have? Like tiny bits. This one. Oh, that's gorgeous. The rose color and the book pages go well together. Could be added some more lace also. And then we have another really tiny bit. Oh, all the embroidery lies in the binder here. Not so clever. Okay, no problem. We're working. So this one is nice too. Look. I could cut out an oval or round shape. Really cute. So these little things, if we find a bit of cloth and we have the needle next to us and the yarn and the floss, and off we go. And then for sure we could, let me clean this first. I grabbed any of the ephemera books, ephemera holders, like a paper stitched on a piece of fabric, and also put it here. It's more on the sweet side now. But I would go like for something small and flat. Okay, this with guantes, how you say, gloves. It's hard to handle. So just look for thin ephemera pieces, or ones I prepared already, but they're on very thick paper. It says question everything. Okay, good housekeeping. So we have, you could take some of your photographs and copy them on copy paper and then stick them on the vase. So these are all really thick things. These kind of vintage rub-ons, which this is photocopies, would also be nice. To just fancy cut them out, put them on a piece of coffee dye paper or any design paper, and then make like a ribbon that goes all around the vase with different kind of images and embellishments and beads and plants and everything. So this could be used. I don't know, I really have to think about it, because this vase, I want it to be pretty, and I don't go now randomly and grab anything to put on. No. So I really take my time, I go through my stash. Here is an embroidered little block. This must come off. Yeah. Which is already done. Let me see. Also nice, but should be smaller. And more of them to go all around. It's just a piece of cardboard. And I stitched on that golden strip. This old lace from an old blouse of my mother's. This is some old botanical book page. And I just left the fringes here. And here I stitched some fly stitch and some knots. On this kind of style, we could do a lot. And as I said, I have to really think about you could do writing on there too. I don't know, I really have to choose now. Or like a cutout picture frame. This was an image from an art catalog, and I just cut the frame out, and this could go with an embellishment also. Let me see, how would that look? Just go size wise. Yeah, if we did something like this and put it in a frame. Yeah, also nice. And on the book pages, let me see. Yeah, that's really nice. A couple of those could go around, and then again we could embellish more around the frame and on the frame. Decisions, people, decisions. But how we do with decisions, if we can't decide, then we don't. Too many of us feel very obliged to make a decision because they are forced in some kind of way. And even though they don't feel like they could decide on anything, it's now about things in daily life, right? And they don't feel like deciding it, or they don't know, and they should step back and say, I can't decide, so I don't. So decide when we can. And that's the message, basically. Okay, so there is a couple of more ephemera holders to go through, and I think I decided on tiny bits around the vase. Incorporate also, where is now? Oh, no, this matching piece that we put on the top, which is still wet a lot, but we're getting there. Maybe I put the heat tool a little bit, because every time I grab it, I tend to grab it here and I touch the binder, and so I always have the binder on my finger. So, and I will keep working on this, but until I decided which embellishment I want to put, I will pause the video. And the decision, how I decide on this, is now that I think about, do I want the vase embellished all around, so you can put her either way and there will always be an embellishment, or do I pick one spot and give the whole vase one embellishment, like one focal point, maybe. So then we can think, where is the vase going to be put? Maybe in the middle of a table. Then it would be nice to have something all around. But if it goes on a shelf or on a dresser or on a desk, which is up to the wall somewhere, then it would be nicer to have one focal point, right? Okay. I have to go to through the broken jewelry also, because yeah, I have to go through a lot now and look for the matching piece for this. So this is today's goal, and I'll let you know later what I found. I decided now on collaging like a band all around. There can still be one focal point being made in the end, which is standing out much more than the rest of the collage, but I thought I want to go all around, and I went through some of the ephemera holders, and I found, as I said, like some more lace. Still this one I'm thinking about, and all these little bitties. The dark ones are more like a filler, so I have prepared, when I put some image next to the other and there is a gap, so that we have filler material. I just, with the archival ink in coffee, I distressed the fabrics. I did not want to wet them too much, because they get wet again when we put the binder. And this is archival Ranger's archival ink, but when I wash this 2 or 3 times or make it very wet, it will still go away. So I found out when I did the kitchen cloth, but we do this in another video. There was a huge response to the kitchen cloth with the sashiko stitch. Okay, so these I already have. I'm still wearing gloves because of one glove. If we do these tiny bits, see, all this is ink. These like very tiny bits, for instance, the rabbits. And I have to go right in the corners to get rid of the white cutting edge. Then all goes to the fingertips and into your fingernails, and it's archival and it's hard to clean. So, and everything which is still white, like these two copies of rub-ons, make sure if you have nice stickers or rub-ons, just put them on the copy machine for a minute so you have a duplicate in paper for further use in your collages and art journals and whatever. So just get rid of the white, the too stark white, like down here. It's not so suitable for this. I already picked some lace, a cotton lace, and it's in the dye bath right now with coffee, because it was bleached white also and it's not good to use. So, and then we have coffee dyed paper. Oh, this is not done. Okay, this is from my beloved Italian natural soaps. I used to make soaps myself also. In Austria we did one batch of like normal soaps, and then we did also with goat milk, which later in usage I did not like the goat milk blend or flavor or so. And I did quite some soaps. I have all the molde, how you say this, like where you pour the mass in and the soap and let it dry and the soap comes in. I don't really remember, so long a time ago, and I decided I cannot go more into this because back then I was doing my cosmetics, cream, shampoos, shower gel, any spa product basically. We did all, my husband and me, in at home. And there is one lady in Austria, she sells everything you need for making all you can think of when it comes to cosmetics and oils and all of the good stuff. And we bought from her. Now let's put here also a little, and then we're done. The ingredients that we needed, and then we did. But it's very time consuming, and so we stopped and reduced very much the usage of too many products. So that is basically these handmade soaps, which are from Italy, which I had in different videos, which is this company. You can check it out. Papers are gorgeous. Soaps are perfect. And the smell is gigantic. Nesti Dante. You put this on Google and you see the Italian company, and you can look at all the soaps and everything. And my collection of them is huge, because here in Istria I can buy them everywhere. So now we have that, and we can start thinking about what to put where. So we can start with like a little bit. This is now not holding, which is clear. I try to go like this. Maybe you can still see, like so. This, and then maybe put the rabbits, which they need something lighter to not be swallowed too much. What about this one? Yeah. And so go all around. I think I have to do this off camera because it's not going so well. They don't stick so I have to put them individually. So what I do, I will just put them down one time all around. When there's something missing somewhere, I might fancy cut out some details of here and where's the other one? This one. Here is a knife. I just see now. I've been searching for the knife when we did the basket. Remember when we did the embellishment here? When I was looking for a tiny little knife all over the place, and all of a sudden it was there. And just the right size and stuff. And here is a paper one. Okay, so now I will put them all around, put it down, and let the lace dry, because I thought the lace could go maybe down here, if this is still suitable, because I can imagine when we put a lot of stuff all around the little body here, then maybe it would not be so cool to have a lace border down here. I think then it makes more sense to use the rest of this lace that we have put. It's about dry now. What you put on the top of the neck, and let this repeat down here in some pieces. And at the very end, we will see if we put some more beads or bling bling, because it's always good to have some bling bling, isn't it?